Erev Tov Rabbi Say, our learning this evening should be Le'ilu Nishmas Shimon Dov ben Yeshayahu Tzvi. So Shama should have an aliyah. The midah that we are arriving at this evening is the midah of Hod Shbiisod. Hod Shbiisod is a continuation to a certain extent of the midah of Hod that we spoke about extensively last week. The midah of vulnerability, the midah of gratitude, the midah of understanding where we are with a sense of humility. And that is essential in the work of achieving Kedusha and Tahara. Because, as we pointed out, Yesod is the world of Kedusha, the world of Tahara. And Hod is being grateful for that, which means that sometimes we work very hard in order to achieve a madrega in Kedusha and Tahara. A person has a particular Yetzirah, a particular taiva, an inclination, a challenge, a deficiency, a habit, and they work very hard to fix it. There's a tremendous amount of hard work that goes into those, to changing our lives. And sometimes it could be challenges that last many, many years, with ups and downs of, as we pointed out, of L'netzach nezachem. You have to keep on fighting, fight the good fight. And then sometimes you win. You feel the sense of like, I've arrived, victory. I'm on to the next challenge. And then there's a Yetzirah that says, wow, look at you, spitz yid. Look at what you managed to do. Gewaldig. Look at how chashuv you are. You managed to... Hod Shbiisod is, thank you HaKadosh Baruch Hu for giving me the capacity to live a life of Kedusha and Tahara. It's understanding that we couldn't have done it without Hashem. That, like Chazal tell us, Mesechus Marcus, that if you want to be Matara, Kadosh Baruch Hu is there to help you. Which means He's there to help you, for real. He wants to help you. But it also means that when you succeeded, it's because He helped you. It means that we didn't do it ourselves. We're never doing it ourselves. Kadosh Baruch Hu is helping us all the time. Anything that we've achieved in Kedusha and Tahara, it's all because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is helping us. Hod Shbiisod is recognizing that and realizing it. But the midah of Hod is, as we pointed out, within the world of the midas and the spheres, so Chesed, Gvura, Tiferes, Netzach, and Hod are all internal. Yesod is already doing. But that line between Hod and Yesod, there is something external about the midah of Hod, that if you've ever seen a tzaddik that has worked very hard on being a tzaddik, which means a tzaddik, because it's impossible to become a tzaddik without working very hard, there's a certain radiance that a tzaddik has, that you see the face of a tzaddik and it's like, that looks like somebody that has been working very hard on themselves. That looks like somebody that has a tremendous amount going on in here and in here. That's somebody that's been toiling and pushing themselves and has been succeeding. And there's a certain height, there's a certain beauty, there's a certain glow, there's a certain radiance, a ziv, that you see on the face of somebody that has been pushing themselves. There's a beauty. It's not the beauty that you would say that it's gonna make the front page of a magazine. It's the beauty of a person that looks like they've become somebody. That they've transformed themselves. No matter what they've gone through physically, the way that they appear is certain radiance that is something that you don't get when you're not living in a world of tzidkus. When you're not pushing yourself, you're not working, you're not exhausting yourself in order to grow in Avodas Hashem and Yiras Shamayim. Hod Shbiisod means that in order to achieve that look, you need Yesod. And that, if you want to be that kind of person, you want to be the kind of person that inspires other people, so that requires tzidkus. There's no way of faking it. There's no way of faking it. Rav Nachman writes in if I'm not mistaken, Rav Nachman writes this in Sefer Amidos, that if somebody is a shakran, it means that their Rebbe is also a shakran. It's a tremendous chiddush. Nachman says if somebody is a habitual liar, it means that their Rebbe is also. Meaning, because if somebody is acting in a certain way and says, this is my Rebbe, so then it means that there's inauthenticity throughout the whole system. means that you need to be able to see somebody, and it's what Chazal, what the pasuk says in Galus, Chachmas Adam Ta'ir Panav. Is that a person's acting with Chachma, with truth, then that's Ta'ir Panav, it makes their face shine. There's a glow on the face of a person that's spending their life working on midas, working on these yisodos. That's ben Adam la'atzma, ben Adam la'makom. Now, ben Adam la'chavera, there's a very challenging piece of this, and I'll say this in the nicest way, because Chazal tell us that kinas seifrim tar b'chachma, that when you are jealous of somebody else's learning, that increases chachma, that increases wisdom. That's a push. It's an impetus for further growth in Limud HaTorah. But Rav Kook has a chiddush in Kinas Seifrim Tar B'Chachma, which is that it's Tar B'Chachma, but that Chachma is not miskayim. It's not going to last. If the reason that you are pushing yourself to learn more is because you want to be more chashuv than someone else, you want to be more important than someone else, because Kinas Seifrim, which is, again, Pirkei says, Kinas Seifrim Tar B'Chachma. It does do that, that's true. But that doesn't mean that chachma is something that's going to last you. Hoit Shebiyasod means that when you see somebody else succeeding in Midas HaYesod, in Shmiras Einayim, in Shmiras HaBris, in raising a family, in Nikyas HaLashon, in Tzidkus in general, in being able to learn and to teach and to transmit Torah, and you go, I want to be like them, or I want to be better than them, I want to win in the world of Midas HaYesod. So there's a big difference between gratitude and jealousy. Midas HaHod means I'm grateful for the opportunity to learn from somebody else on how to do this. Jealousy is I want to beat them. And it works. It's just not permanent. There's no kinyan on that. There's no way of acquiring chachma just through kinas sefer. There's no way, likewise, in being koine amida just so that you beat somebody else. Ramosha Feinstein said about himself that he remembers when he was a bacha in yeshiva that he was not the brightest bacha in the yeshiva. He said there were many other bachrim throughout Europe at that point in time, where he was in Russia, that were smarter than him. He says, but they became the best bacha in their yeshiva and they stopped pushing themselves. They stopped. He says, I didn't. That's not any difference. Other people quit. They were like, I'm the best guy. So I'm done. I'm at the top. Hoit Shebiyasod means I'm not comparing myself to other people. I'm grateful for the example that other people are setting. I'm grateful for the exposure that other people are showing me in order for me to achieve Yesod. But I'm not doing it for them, and I'm not doing it because of them. And I'm not doing it Khalil to beat them. I'm doing it because Hoit Shebiyasod, because I'm a person that feels a deep sense of gratitude to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And that's the way that I treat other people. Thank you for being Mori Derech in this way. I want to be like you, but only because that's something positive that you've acquired, and now I can learn from that. There's a lot more to work in this middle, but to be continued.